Hi, it's Andrea Foulkes. I'm in Madeira at the moment and it's actually the 14th of December and you can't actually hear it, but it's really beautiful. There's singing coming from across the way. I've got the moon behind me and I'm in the garden of my hotel. And I just thought from my experience of, traveling here on the aeroplane, it's about the power of intention. And oh, you can hear the birds, so beautiful. And when I had my spiritual awakening 13 years ago, um, the point I'm at now, I really feel like I want to disassociate from the word spirituality because really what so many people like myself are doing and have become experts in doing it, and I've certainly become an expert in doing it with myself and certainly with other people just through the vast experience of working with thousands of people. And it's taken me, a journey. It's a process to get to this point, to move all the rubbish out of the way in evolving human potential, and we're moving out of our negative thoughts and beliefs. And I think so many of us have had, huge awakenings, mini awakenings, and then we label ourselves spiritual and we start to spiral into this kind of quasi poverty consciousness. And I think this is the label of spirituality. And really, personally, I'm nothing about poverty. I'm nothing about ill health and struggling and that it's virtuous to struggle. I don't think it's virtuous to struggle. I don't think suffering in ill health when you haven't tried going inside yourself and finding the origin of your negative thoughts and beliefs, when you haven't changed your lifestyle, you haven't changed your diet, I don't think there's anything virtuous about showing up for people outside of yourself when you haven't actually shown up for yourself. And if you're in poverty consciousness and scarcity and fear in yourself, then really all you have to share with the other people is a reflection of what you've got going on, which won't necessarily be abundance of health and prosperity and being. And I wrote a few days ago on Facebook about, how we will all suffer if we all go into poverty consciousness. The economy needs to go into prosperity consciousness, but with a conscience, prosperity consciousness with a conscience, which means we look at the sustainability of ourselves on planet Earth, and we look at when we've sustained ourselves, then we look at the environment, we look at some of the things we created in the last 100 years or more, because we've developed so rapidly on planet Earth, and they're not in keeping with Mother Earth. And we need to find ways to be more harmonious with Mother Earth. It also, I don't think, works for humanity, working long hours in square boxes, whether you call them offices or whatever you call them. It's wonderful to do something that you're joyful and passionate about, but you also need to have a balance of being with Mother Earth and nature. And so, here am I in Madrid. I can help you, I can work with you, I can be anywhere in the world. It really doesn't matter because technology now is allowing us to speak via Skype and make YouTube clips. And so why limit ourselves? I couldn't really be sat outside in the UK now in December. It would be a little bit chilly, although with all the global warming, and we know today being the 14th of December, it's actually got snow in Cairo, the snow on the pyramids, the snow at the Sphinx. So, you've got to be fluid, you've got to be adaptable to change. I mean, a few days ago here in this hotel, the water in the room that I have down at the bottom, the water's coming into the hotel, but it's a process. We're evolving, we're changing, we have to adapt to our circumstances. But I think the most important thing is if you're opening up to spirituality, you're actually opening up to positivity and prosperity. There is nothing virtuous or positive about labeling yourself spiritual and going into poverty and suffering and thinking there's something virtuous in that. There isn't. There's about maybe igniting that past life cell memory of that consciousness of the last time you labeled yourself spiritual and you then went into poverty consciousness, or you were in a religious order which was linked to a religion. We're no longer linking our spirituality to religion anymore. We're linking it to just our being. You know, we're free. We know that we're in alignment with Source or God or whatever you want to call it, but we are a reflection. God is a reflection of the outer self, and so we have to come into alignment with our higher self to project that outwardly. And we don't need to age so rapidly. We don't need to sit inside. We need to be fluid to change. We need to honor who we are. You know, today I was talking to a man who has a friend who thrives on the cold. He loves the cold. That's great for him. You know, let him be in the cold. I thrive on the sunshine. I thrive on being in warm weather. And if you thrive on being in warm weather and sunshine, then create a life so you can come into alignment with what you thrive on. It's not an option for some of us, it's an option for all of us, but it's a process depending on how out of alignment that you've got through your timeline, this life, past life, ancestral. And now you have to come into alignment with that. And the work that I do is to assist people to become aware of their thoughts and beliefs and to come into alignment with their higher self and their truth so they can beam like the sun. So many blessings from Madeira, and have a beautiful evening. Okay, much love, and there's links below for my website. Okay, bye.